Hi, welcome back to another episode of Casey choosing not to study and instead she's making a YouTube video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. This video is going to be all about a wish list I have for a game called Animal Crossing. So I've never posted anything that's kind of game related on my channel, but yeah, I keep seeing recommended videos in my feed pretty much everywhere I go on YouTube. People's wish list and what they want for the new Animal Crossing game coming out for Switch. So I finally gave in and I want to do my own wish list because there's some stuff that I do agree upon and some people's requests that I have my own like little opinion on. If you know me personally, you know I love Animal Crossing. It is a game I've been playing ever since I was younger. I have every game except for the Amiibo party one that everyone says is garbage and the ones for GameCube. But everything else, I have every other game. I collect quite a bit of stuff, which is, yeah, that's kind of where a lot of my money goes. So let's just get right into the video because there's quite a bit of stuff to talk about. Starting off with the first thing. So I would like more storage, as most other players would like as well. My little twist to that idea is I would like for us, and I don't know if someone else in another video has mentioned this, but I was thinking if you could have like backpacks, purses, fanny packs, like a type of bag you can buy so it can add on to your storage. Either all the bags can have the same amount of storage, or depending on the bag size you buy, it'll like have more or less storage. I think for convenience, all of them should just have the same storage. So I think adding that aspect could make the game more enjoyable because I hate having to put my tools in my letters and having to like run around and get rid of stuff and stuff I have to hang on to. So obviously expanding the inventory would be great. So I think that would be an extra option that once you equip like a bag, there'll be like a little drop arrow at the bottom. You could like click on it and then it kind of goes into your bag storage. So just like many people, more character customization. So for all the games, you have to answer certain questions, and then depending on the answers you pick, you get your character's looks. So I would like to choose the way I look right off the bat. There should be different color skin tones. I know Pocket Camp introduced that, but I would like that for the Switch. So I'd like a lot more options. I would definitely like longer hair options because I am just a little tired of having short hair. I just want longer hair. Okay, so I would like a shopping mall or plaza. And what I mean by that is in City Folk, they had the city where you take the bus and you go to the city. So that was like a kind of like a little plaza area. I really like that idea, but I would like it bigger. Obviously not within the town, outside the town. So I would like a designated shopping area. So kind of like a big building that's kind of like a mall. Like, what's an example? Like, you know, in Pokemon, there's the shopping building. We can go each floor and all have different items like that. So I would like a different shopping area, and maybe as you play, you unlock more stuff. So for example, I have a lot of money in my bank. So maybe once you reach a tier, you unlock a different part of the shopping district, like maybe like the Millionaires Club or something where everything is over 1 million bells. That would help make it more interesting to me, in which I would segue in, add more items, obviously to the game so that it can accommodate all that. But yeah, I think having like a designated shopping area with like different shoes, different boutiques, different furniture places. I like the idea of the theater and City Folk, stuff like that. I think that would make it more fun, as well as like adding different places you can like travel to, so maybe you can separate them. I'm pretty sure nobody's mentioned this. I heard a lot of people talking about wireless play and online. So I was thinking to myself, we have the train station. I think that the train stations should be designated for kind of like local play. But then when you want to go travel wirelessly, like let's say you want to travel to your friend's town and they're at home and obviously they're not in front of you. I think it'd be cute that once you go to Porter at the train station, he'll be like, oh, that person's a little bit far, so the train won't be able to take you there, but the airport can. And then you get into like the little taxi or something and it takes you to the airport, and like Porter's there, or like another Animal Crossing character's there, and they're in like a little suit. And it'd be cute to be like boarding an airplane and you get like a little passport, kind of like your ID you have now in like New Leaf, but it's like a passport just for wireless play. And so if you want to go online, you'll have all that information about yourself. And I think it's cute. You like get on a plane, you kind of travel to like somebody else's place. So I thought having something like that would be really cute. Everybody's been wanting, and I agree with, and I've been saying this since the beginning of time, ever since Wild World, I want a bigger pattern book. I just want a bigger pattern book. It's so frustrating to have to keep making characters so that I can have other patterns, so I can fix my mistakes and the other, you know, townspeople moving in and ruining my pattern and all my hard work, okay? Books, so I don't have to keep logging in, logging out, saving on, like, that's just too much. I need more space. But it'd be cool if you could like click on it and it's like a little book, and then you could like flip the pages and you can like organize it. So like one page can be paths, one page can be like water designs, one can be clothes or your flag or whatever. I would like at least a couple pages. Be nice more than just like what how many slots was there? Like 8 or 10 or something like that. So I like the credit card aspect. So in City Folk there was the credit card that you had. It was like the gold card, so you don't have to carry around money bags with you, and you don't have to carry around crazy amounts of bells to purchase something. It's annoying in New Leaf when, let's say I want to order that $1 million crown, I have to go to my bank and I have to withdraw 1 million bells, and what if I have a full inventory? Then I have to empty it, come back, like it's a lot. If they bring the credit card back from City Folk, that'd be great, because then it can just come right from your inventory. Shopping purposes, especially if they had a plaza or a mall, I think they should bring the credit card back, because I thought that was great. I didn't have to keep going to withdraw money. Another big one is choosing where villagers move in. So many times. I bought a new SIM card so that I could put it in my DS, so that I can make a new town, because I was too scared to delete my other one. So I bought a new SIM card, put it in my DS so I can make a new game. Okay, I made a new game, and tell me how. Almost every bridge I have, somebody is moving in right at the very first box that is available. They're putting their houses. So I can't do path, I can't do anything. So I scramble to go and put some lampposts everywhere, or benches, so people don't put their houses, when they always put it in the worst spot. I would love to be able to pick, like maybe Isabel, like if you're still a mayor, like Isabel can come to you and be like, oh,
someone wants to move in. Let's go look and pick maybe where's a good spot for them to move in.
And like you can go and you can be like, you know what, right here is good. And then be like, and then she'll show you like,
is this a great spot?
Give like an example like she does for the public work projects, and be like, yeah, and then move them in. So you should be able to approve where people move in before they move in. I would like a bigger town map. I know there's a lot of like 50-50 opinions, like some people are like, oh, that's too complicated, and there's people like me that want to be more creative and like have it be way bigger, maybe add more hills, like different levels and stuff like that. I definitely want a bigger town because I want to be able to decorate more and add new public works projects. So for me overall, like I would love a bigger town. Okay, so I thought of this. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if anybody else has, you know, mentioned this. So for the rocks and ponds in your town, okay. So having rocks placed in the worst spots it sucks, because obviously it could ruin your plans. Ponds, sometimes they're in a good spot, sometimes they're not. So I was thinking, like, how could we fix that? Like if we had an option. So I thought like if we could add like a construction center for the town. So it doesn't have to be in the town. It can be like at another part of the city if there's a multiple area. So then when you go, you can ask them, be like, hey, I need construction done. I would like you to move this rock or destroy this rock, add this here, add this here. Oh, this pond, I would like it bigger, smaller, or remove it altogether. I thought that would be a good idea. I would like, maybe you could tie that in also with like the look of the house could maybe be at the construction site. Like maybe I want a huge mansion and I want it tall. You can ask the construction site, oh, you know what? I actually have, like, maybe they'll have limited edition options, like, oh, I want this kind of look for my roof. And then they'll be the ones to do it, you know? So I think for relocating and rebuilding, I think that'd be good. And maybe they could also work on like relocating public works projects. Like maybe you change your mind and maybe you don't want to destroy it and like waste your money. So you can ask them to relocate it and then they can relocate it for you. Like, you know, I thought that was great. Yeah, I don't know if this is asking too much, but I would like better online play. Like I would like an open server online play where everyone can kind of log onto one place, or have like different servers where like everyone can just go online and you can like walk around, you can talk to people, you can see like almost like another online game. Like you can click on them and like see, like click on their info, like look at their like ID card or their passport that I mentioned. And you can look at their clothes, like the patterns they have, badges they've earned, trade, you can offer to trade them. Like I think that would be a good place, and also just to hang out with friends again wirelessly. That would be really cool. Okay, so I would like different places to travel, as I kind of mentioned about the shopping area. So either from the city, from your town, going to other different parts of cities, different cities, and then also I like the island idea. I definitely would like more islands to travel to. And this is the part I'm going to mention. So this part is where I think they're going to incorporate Pocket Camp. Like I'm very, very confident they're going to incorporate Pocket Camp into Switch. Why? Look at Pokemon Go. Got everybody hype, and then they released Pokemon for the Switch, and now they're incorporating it and they're putting them together. So I'm pretty sure they're going to incorporate Pocket Camp some way, some form, somehow they're going to do it. So ideas from Pocket Camp, they're going to carry it on over. So they had multiple islands in Pocket Camp, so I think that they're going to carry that over to Switch, and they're going to expand on that. How are they going to use Pocket Camp in Switch? I don't know, maybe you'll be able to transfer limited edition items. Maybe you can send a character that you're really good friends with at your camp over to your town. I don't know, we'll have to see, but I'm pretty sure they're going to incorporate it somehow. So I saw some videos about, had nothing to do with Switch, but it was just like concerns in Animal Crossing. And a lot of people were talking about how when they invite people to their town, they're really worried about people stealing their items and messing up their town. So this is where I got my idea. They should upgrade a system that when you have people come to your town, friend list or not, whatever, like just in general, they should have rules for wireless play, that you have options and settings. And so the settings should be like, allow players to cut down trees, allow players to pick up items, allow players to blah, blah, blah. Anything to do with your town, you can check off if you want to or no. So even if players come to your town, they can't pick up flowers, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't destroy it in any way, shape, or form. They can't run it over, they can't take a shovel to it, like they can't do any damage to your town. Because I've even had people in the past come to my town and they took a bunch of my gold roses. Not that it's hard to make, but I set it up a certain way and a lot of people took them. So I do agree with that. Then if you have friends that you trust, you can like add them on your friend list and then give them like an okay, or like give them a heart so that they are allowed, or you can give them settings for them specifically. They are allowed to help you with whatever. They are allowed to shake trees. They are allowed to whatever. And same thing, I'd like to still incorporate that when you see people at any point, your town, their town, wireless, online, whatever, that I do like that option where you can select a player and like offer to trade, ask for like their ID, or like look at their badges, look at their achievements, stuff like that. So I think that would be cool. So this I have mixed feelings about. When you get the gold net and gold fishing rod at the end, I understand it's like an achievement. I understand that it's like, oh, you caught everything. But it's also frustrating because it's pretty hard. Like it's not that easy. Like if you really focus and do it, you can get it done. But like tools don't really have any, like they don't function differently because they're gold. Do you know what I'm saying? The only one that does is the gold watering can, which does like, it spreads farther and can make black roses gold. And your shovel can bury money to make money trees. That's it. Everything else besides the, oh, and the gold axe won't break, but like they don't actually do anything more significant or amazing. And then when you get the gold rod and net, it's like they don't do anything else. It's just like an achievement. So like I get it, but like I would like to earn them sooner and maybe change the functionality. So for example, you can only catch sharks or harder fish if you have a gold rod. Maybe they should add a platinum rod, I don't know. But I'm just saying like there should be more detail to the tools, or maybe add some new tools for the game. Oh, sorry, I forgot this point, but I thought about checks for the game. So for that, if I'm traveling to someone's town or if I want to give somebody money, instead of me like dropping bells or like offering a trade, I feel like if you write a check and then like give it to somebody and then they go to their bank and deposit it, since it's coming from me already, it'll come out of my game. Like it'll come from my town. Again, I don't know how the mechanics would work for that, but I think having a check and I could just write like 500,000 bells to be like, here you go, here's a gift, have some money because I have a lot. It'd be easier than me having to like go back and forth and keep taking it out and your inventory gets full. It's a lot. So Okay, so now I'm going to talk about other people's opinions and I'm going to give my thoughts on it, if I agree, if I disagree. Also, there's no specific person I'm pointing out for other people's thoughts. These are like many videos I watched collectively, so these are just like the common ones I heard come up. So I'm just kind of generalizing it and I'm just going to kind of give my opinion. Many people wanted to incorporate yards and backyards in the game, so it is similar to Happy Home Designer, which I actually think would be a good idea. Do I feel like you would be very limited to it? Yes. I don't think we're gonna have like huge front yards. Again, for stuff like that, all your villagers will have to have a yard as well. So I feel like that's gonna take up a lot of space. So you would have to have a bigger map for that. As for backyards, it can look small in the back, like, or you don't even have to display the backyard. It's maybe you'll have like a door that you can go through and then it's like open up. But then it also kind of defeats the purpose because then you want people to see the backyard unless you don't want to go inside their house. I don't know, but overall I agree with the backyards and yards opinion, but I feel like it could be iffy if they don't make a bigger town map. So I'm just trying to imagine like how that would work or how big it would be, how much space you'd have to work with. So some people would like to have the point system back for Nook's store. So Nookington's TNT Emporium, that is now a New Leaf. There used to be a points system where you would purchase things and you'd get points for purchasing it. And what you do is you'd go to the machine where the catalog is and then use your points and you can get rare items. Now for New Leaf, you pick up fortune cookies and depending on the fortune you get, you can trade for an item. So I prefer the point system only because I keep getting doubles of the fortune cookies and there's not many you can get in a day. Versus I can buy all the inventory from the store. I could buy everything in the store and get so much points and then just go through the catalog of what I don't have and just pick the stuff I want. I find that a lot better. So I prefer the points over the fortune cookie. I think that someone brought up is, well actually many people brought up, was that when you're dropping a public works project, they would prefer if they could drop it themselves. So for example, when you're going with Isabel, sometimes it just doesn't land in the exact spot you want it. You have to keep moving. Sometimes there clearly is space and she's just like,
no, there's no space for you.
If we could walk around, kind of have a general area that we want and be like, I would like it in this general area. And then you accept and then it shows like a grid and then you can manually like move it and then plot it down. That I agree with because it's so frustrating. There's always room and I'm just like, Isabel, let me put what I want to put. Why won't you let me put it where I want to go? I forgot to actually mention, for my opinion, was to add more greenery. So like different types of bushes, flowers, trees, stuff like that. And maybe some more options for us to put on the beach besides the coconuts and the bananas. Finally, for everybody else's opinions, some people really want different jobs in Animal Crossing. And I'm not talking about being a mayor, just like jobs in general. So that I'm kind of like not sure about. So some people want it to be like you can pick a career, like you could be a doctor, a police officer, like run a store. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, wouldn't you have to do that on the daily? Like you can't just abandon. Like what if the whole town gets sick? So what if there's a plague? And then you just stop wanting to be a doctor and you're like, whatever, I changed my career. Now what? What's gonna happen? Everyone's gonna die. Or like, what if you start running a restaurant? I don't know. I don't like you can't just abandon the restaurant. I really like being the mayor. I feel like we should be able to expand our duties as a mayor. So as for the other jobs, I don't know if that would work. And that's something I think that would maybe complicate Animal Crossing a little bit. Okay guys, that is all of my wish lists and my opinions on other people's requests. Let me know if you agreed with any. Let me know if you play the game, if you're excited. What are your thoughts on everything in this video? Just leave a comment down below. Also, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.